Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Armchair Quarterback. In this video, we're going to be going over the top 5 sleepers going into the 2018 NFL fantasy football season. So let's get started with number 5. And number 5 is going to be Patrick Mahomes, who is currently the backup quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs. But with how their season ended, it looks like Alex Smith, the current starting quarterback, is either going to be traded or transition into a backup role, making Mahomes the starter. And he's a dynamic rookie, or was a dynamic rookie now. He'll be going into his second season, but he should get the starting role, and he's capable of doing really well and having a great fantasy football season. And I don't see this guy going in any drafts really until very late, so he should be a decent option. And if he has that starting role, should be a good starting quarterback for your fantasy football team. And number 4 is going to be Will Fuller of the Houston Texans. And he was injured for most of the season in 2017. However, when he was healthy and Deshaun Watson was also healthy, he put up a lot of fantasy points, including a lot of touchdowns as well. So if Deshaun Watson and Will Fuller can both come back healthy, then he should be a good option and a pretty decent sleeper. However, in experienced fantasy football leagues, he might go a little earlier than expected, so be aware of that. Because he wasn't super effective when Deshaun Watson was out. However, he was a great player and a great fantasy asset when Deshaun Watson was playing. So if they both come back healthy, it'll be a good pickup. And number 3 is going to be Derrick Henry of the Tennessee Titans. Now, the starting running back, DeMarco Murray for the Tennessee Titans, is going to be 30 years old in February, and he did not have a good fantasy football or football season for that matter, with under 700 yards rushing and just over 3 yards per carry, which is not good, especially with his salary. So with that being said, with his age and with his salary, he might not be a Tennessee Titan at the start of next year, which would put Derrick Henry in a sole starting running back position. And he should be able to take advantage of that. He was the better running back over DeMarco Murray, so he should be a better option. And if he has the starting role, should be a great fantasy asset for your team. And I don't see him going very early in fantasy drafts. And my number 2 sleeper coming into the 2018 fantasy football season is going to be Kwan Barclay, who is a rookie running back who some scouts are saying is better than Ezekiel Elliott. And he has not been drafted yet. However, the mock drafts are putting him in either Cleveland or Indianapolis. And so his success will depend on what team he ultimately goes to. But Cleveland wasn't actually that bad running the ball. They had a pretty good average yards per carry. They just didn't run it that much. So if they have an elite running back in Barkley, they should give him a lot of carries, and he should be able to do pretty good things. And we've seen running backs as rookies come into the league and be successful. So there's no reason Barkley can't either. And so I'm going to put him at my number 2 sleeper spot. And my number 1 sleeper is going to be Corey Davis of the Tennessee Titans. He's a dynamic wide receiver that just was not healthy this year and really couldn't get on the same page as Mariota, as they were both injured and didn't play with each other that much. However, you saw in the playoffs, he had a great touchdown and caught a really nice pass. So with a full offseason, if they're both healthy, they might be able to build some chemistry. And Corey Davis might end up being a great number 1 wide receiver on the Tennessee Titans. And if Mariota can find his throwing game, then Corey Davis could be a potential top 10 wide receiver in the league. And that's why I'm going to put him at my number 1 sleeper spot overall. And I think he'll be a great pick going into the 2018 fantasy football season. So that's it for this video. Thanks everyone for watching. Be sure to, if you're watching on YouTube, click that subscribe button, or if you're watching on Facebook, to like the page, because I'm going to be making all sorts of videos that are leading up to the 2018 fantasy football draft to get you ready and to make you win that championship once and for all. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. See ya.